All right, let's go to Navi Pillay now. She is joining us from Geneva. Navi Pillay, great to speak with you. Let me first ask you, where are we currently, in your estimation, in Syria? Is it a country right now on the brink of civil war?
I would agree with that there's been such a build-up that we're now drawing closer and closer, day by day, to the brink of civil war.
And at this current pace, and you can describe the pace for us, how long before you believe Syria descends into civil war? I guess another way of asking the question is, how much time does the international community to act in an effective way to head off a civil war in Syria?
You know, right now, the special session on Syria is going on before the Human Rights Council, and member state after member state is asking them to protect the civilians, stop the killings, and pull back now. It started with appeals. I also, in my first messages in August last year, when our monitors advised that 2,000 people had been killed, today reported to the Human Rights Council that it's 4,000. So if action had been taken sooner, we would have saved 2,000 lives. And that's why I say the situation is worsening day by day. As you know, the Commission of Inquiry delivered its report to the Human Rights Council. And there you see, even though the government says many of their security forces have been killed and that there are armed opposition elements, the Commission found that it's civilians who have been targeted. 307 children killed, children tortured, a 2-year-old child killed, and just many other attacks on water tanks, stopping people from delivering food. That people are afraid to come out of their homes because as soon as they step onto the road, they are being shot.
Okay, so you raise an interesting issue here. You say the international community needs to take action in order to protect civilians. This question comes from Arula Amin, who is doing just a ton of reporting in the region. She wants to know, realistically, what can the international community do to protect civilians in Syria?
I think the best suggestion comes from the Arab states, who asked for 500 monitors to be placed there. They would offer protection on the ground for civilians. They'll also be in a position to check the situation, whether there are armed groups involved. So that, to me, is a good suggestion which I would support.
Would you like the Security Council to get back to work, to pass a resolution allowing for, and this gets tricky here, for humanitarian corridors in Syria? And I wonder, if you are calling for that, couldn't that language be used by any country to launch a military humanitarian mission in Syria?
Well, I addressed the Security Council in August, and as High Commissioner for Human Rights, I called for accountability and a referral to the International Criminal Court. But it is the Security Council that has the power to make decisions on the basis of consensus on what is best for the protection of civilians, one of which may be sanctions, it may be humanitarian corridors. But as I sense the discussion going on there, clearly military intervention or foreign intervention is viewed with some suspicion by some states. And so therefore that is not in the horizon as a solution.
You don't see sanctions ultimately working, do you?
Well, I do see sanctions working. It worked when it was imposed against my own country, South Africa, under apartheid. I see these all as very, very important pressure points, especially the sanctions from the neighboring states. They were very careful to ensure that they exclude areas of trade that would have an impact on citizens. So they went for larger forms such as travel. This is what was explained to me.
All right, we've been speaking with the UN's Human Rights Chief, Navi Pillay, joining us from Geneva. Great to speak with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.